they don't overbrowse it. The deer stage here in this interior plot. They'll come here before it gets dark, and then they'll go out to the bigger field.
Is there one right there?
Instead of out. I didn't say that.
I've been working out a lot. You know, we just put a weight
out.
room in the production company. And
So this is our production office, built in 2014. So just in recent years, what you see here, we have built from ground up. So it's pretty awesome. Both Pat and I kind of were raised, you know, blue collar family, and we just have worked hard for what we have. And we have full-time editors in here, cameraman, field videographers, all the above. So we're gonna give Brian a little tour here of the shop. This is where all the magic goes down. This is where all the polishing of the turds happen, specifically my husband Patrick. But this is where it all happens. Kind of some of our animals we've got mounted in here. We'll take you upstairs and show you the not so pretty mounting room because we've totally out of space. But this is a stag from New Zealand. Our editing suites maybe. Oh, he's hardworking. This is Taylor, one of our editors. He's hard at it, so he's filming away this evening. And yeah, we're just getting our stuff done here.
we should. I don't know if we should.
What?
I was gonna say we should put on video your new opening.
Oh yeah, you could do that. Our new opener is
Should we cue that?
Sick.
Like, do you want to cue that? Like,
Yes.
cue opening.
spot on.
Yes, opening.
What is it?
Your first deer ever, Ava. And it's a big buck.
Let's go! He just rode down. Yes, good shoot.
From sea to shining sea.
Oh my gosh.
Trophies per se. You know, I don't play football, B-Rob, but we do have a few trophies of our own from over the years.
From over the years, I never won a trophy here.
Oh, for once I actually feel sorry for him. I'm sorry.
Time to go back to Texas.
These are called the Golden Moose Awards over the years for Outdoor Channel. Telly Awards are on the top. That's more of like a Hollywood type award. But Golden Moose Awards for the Outdoor Channel are kind of like the Grammys of the outdoor industry. And we have won quite a few. Best Big Game, Best Show Open, and the most prestigious that you can win of all outdoor networks is Best Overall. And we won that
I'm gonna say
last year.
2019.
Is that it? There you go. We won Best Overall. So that's like the most prestigious. That's like my husband as a producer, something he's always wanted to do. So pretty cool. Here's another editing suite here. As you can see, we are totally out of space. These are actually our Yukon Moose from this year that just aired last week. Yep, so I shot this one at literally 4 steps. And Pat shot this one the next day. So that's pretty cool. Actually, best big game for that one, I shot him at 12 steps with a bow. And that's Pat's giant moose. We got best big game for that one too. We shot that one at 15 steps with Cedar Lake and the Yukon, and yeah, just a bunch of New Zealand red stags. Got another trip booked for there. That's where you should go with us. If you learn how to shoot a bow, B-Rob, you could go to New Zealand with us this spring.
Have
But
you
first
seen me
gotta
shoot a bow?
A sneak peek, because we don't ever show anybody really this up here, because this is what we call our overflow area. But Pat actually shot both these deer the same year in Illinois. So this is the big 200-incher. This is just a replica we would take to shows, but then this is another giant. But these are Alberta mule deer. I mean, just whitetails. Saskatchewan. I shot this one in Saskatchewan.
Time out. So you're telling me that this right here is a first?
Yeah.
Only on the progression season?
Yes. Do that again. Maybe don't. Stick to your day job. I shot this one in Iowa, Saskatchewan. So, I mean, yeah, you can go through them and see. But like I said, this is an Iowa deer. Turkeys, whitetails, I mean, you name it. We got it. And as you can see, we're totally out of space here at the Driven headquarters. So, stuff on the other side there, too. So these are tahr in New Zealand, which are really cool because this year they had... there's a huge thing going on right now this year in New Zealand that they're trying to cull all the tahr and get rid of all of them, period. Like New Zealand, the head officials. So there's ongoing giant stuff. But thanks to Safari Club International, SCI, they helped a motion of them not passing it. So that was awesome, thanks to their efforts and stuff. So yeah, these are mountain tahr is what they're called, referred to in New Zealand. And that was probably one of our favorite hunts too.
Bow hunter you don't do, right? You look, right? I shoot and I look. Well, you know the rest. I missed.
I'm filming this. I said, we can watch this all day long later. Let's just worry about hitting the deer. And he's like, man, I just want to see the arrow hit the deer. I'm like, concentrate at the follow through on the shot. That's number one. And he's like, man, I was just so excited. He goes, I can't believe I got that excited. It was just a doe. I'm like, well, hey, that's bow hunting.
Well, and the second deer wasn't my fault. The second deer, right when I let the arrow go, like a 94-mile-an-hour gust of wind came through. So
94, just 94?
Just straight line winds like that.
And then after it was just calm.
Just calm.
Situation here?
I'm not sure. Maybe after tomorrow. And I'm just wondering who I'm going to be standing
That's gonna
closest
be
to in the boat. I just don't want to go in.
That's going to
So
be a
I
real
better-
embarrassment when the old professional here gets waxed on the old fish.
See, that is the
tomorrow.
difference between a woman and a man.
Hold on.
Nope. Calculated risk versus just jump right in and do it. So today we're gonna fish here in southern Minnesota. Pat and Nicole Reeve from Driven TV. Just because I've known these guys for a while, become really great friends.
That's
so
right. And we're going to show them how to fish today.
They're gonna show me how to fish today.
Actually, in all honesty, I'm hoping that he can teach my husband how to fish.
Shots fired. By the way, this morning shots have been fired back and forth between these two all morning.
They call it a chatterbait because it makes noise, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like a fish swimming on top of the water or
it's
something
really
like that?
called
They
a
think.
vibrating jig. What it is the name, they just called it a chatterbait, and it's because some of it's the blade makes a noise on the head
Right.
on a lot of them, so they makes a little bit of a chatter. So we're gonna do this
Whoops.
very gently.
Why do I feel like I'm holding this up right now?
Because you are. The good thing is like I got this silky smooth line on here.
I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is you might be able to teach me something today. The bad news is I have a feeling you're going to be pulling out a lot of these.
Oh, look at Pat back here trying to snipe us. Look at this.
Hey, man, you want to work on that bird's nest? I'm going to try to catch a fish here for a second.
All right.
If you haven't learned anything about him.
No, we've been hunting for a long time. I've been doing whitetails and stuff for close to 30 years now professionally. I started out as a guide and eventually got into production kind of backwards, into television and producing videos on mainly whitetails. And one thing just led to another. In 2004, I got my own show, started my own show, I should say. Still didn't know Nicole at that point, and met Nicole in 07, and kind of the rest has been history. We just teamed up, and she was a hunter that came from Southern Illinois. Her dad taught her how to hunt, and it's just been a fun ride. We enjoyed going out and doing things together, climbing the mountains, sitting in the tree stands. We both share the same passions, which actually makes it pretty easy, because if you got your spouse on your side as your partner and she becomes your best friend and your buddy, it makes it enjoyable, and it's not work. It's never been work. Heck, I don't know if it's Monday, Sunday. I don't care what day it is, really, because our job is our hobby, and we've been fortunate. God's blessed us to just give us that opportunity to go out and chase big whitetails and big moose and a lot of other different species across the country. So, it's been fun, and you never know what's around the next corner for sure, but all I know is I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts.
There you go.
Well, first tree here, right there in that little grass, but all these little under or overhanging limbs here looks really good. I mean, it's going to create shade. There's actually some grass mixed into this too, so it could be really good for flipping and frogging here in just a second.
Shake me awake, bring me back to reality. Head on my pillow, but I'm not getting any slave. The world's been waiting, where were you? Everything you want, waiting for you. All that's left to do is left to you.
All right, guys, we have struggled today. We have gotten something to eat. We should be taking a nap, but it is fourth quarter. We're gonna go out here. We're gonna get this done, and
Or anything like the Vikings, we will choke.
Looking for a sign, we can't find you.
Nicole would much rather be in the woods than on the water.
I caught a stick.
Racing thoughts running through
Just
my
come
mind.
by. These two guys are out fishing. I mean, beautiful summer day, school break. This is what we like to see. Kids in the outdoors, and they're fishing. Hey guys, I want to introduce you to somebody. Do you know who this is? Like here, we were trolling by and we thought, you know what? What better opportunity? See two.
A 6-pounder.
He's officially showed us up.
Where was that at exactly? Hey, man, we're gonna need some help here. things have not been really going our way here in the fishing department.
Hey.
First for you. 2. Oh, what a snag!
That would be awesome.
That was cool. That's what it's about.
Shake me away.
I found the dumbest fish in the lake.
Bring me back to reality.
Hey, you know what? Brian said I could not catch one on that frog. Well, guess what? Right there.
Head on my pillow, but I'm not getting any sleep. Shake me away.
You know what? Yeah. Quit bringing them into the boat like that. Let alone Pat and I are just sitting back here hanging out.
Can you hook that on my
Hey, see what happens when the pro gets the amateurs out of the way?
We get asked the question all the time, how's a guy get started in this business? Because, you know, I got started back in the day when it was a little easier than it is nowadays. So things are really changing. Go out and get started nowadays and financially think you can quit your job is just pretty much non-existent, really. So you just got to start slow and ease into it. Good part is you can do digital now very inexpensively and have your own series there. Post it up on YouTube or any other Vimeo, wherever those video hosting sites are. And you know, a lot of people get their buddies involved, and maybe their spouses, girlfriends, whatever, but it's just getting started, get your foot in the door. And if you got a unique angle and if your guys are good enough, running the camera and your editors are great, somebody's gonna notice sooner or later. I always encourage people, I got started somewhere.
Right. Well, and I think another thing is important to add, like Brian and I talked about this, like seriously, I've lived in Minnesota for 13 years and have never been out on a Minnesota lake to fish. Can you believe that? We don't have a whole lot of extra spare time because of what we do for a living. We pour every ounce of extra minute that we're home into our property and into our own land and things. I mean, it takes a lot of time to create what we've done.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, you never quit working too. And anybody that owns their own business is going to tell you the same thing. If you want to be successful, it's 7 days a week.
You get out what you put in. Absolutely, 100%.
Right.
It's one thing to get into TV, and it's one thing to get a hunting show started and things like that. But it's another thing to stay in that avenue and to stay at a elite level like you guys have
and
been.
to continually, increasingly push the bar.
Because how many years has it been together? I know
Together,
you said it separately, but together.
So 13 together. Yeah, this will be our 14th year hunting together this fall.
A growing, thriving economy, collapsing economy.
Right.
You've seen now a pandemic, or an amazing economy, and then a pandemic. And so, like, to be able to ride...
But honestly, like with the pandemic, like Pat and I talked, like, it's been awesome for our outdoor hunting heritage. Like, Minnesota, this is just an example. Like, their fishing license sale and their spring turkey hunting license sales were sky high through the roof this year because of it. So, I mean, there is good coming out of it in respects to people finding a quieter, more slow-paced life and time for their family in the outdoors. And that's, Pat and I took advantage of it too with our kids and our family, right? So just spending more time with them and more time in the outdoors.
It's kept everybody grounded, which is cool. And I guess that's what brings everybody together, right?
We didn't catch a lot of fish today, but I got to go out fishing for the first time, actually.
Right.
With my friends Pat and Nicole.
Hopefully first of many.
First of many.
You know what? We didn't want to overdo it the first trip, so we can always do better the next trip.
Absolutely.
That's what we were
and
going
maybe
for.
the next trip. So
we did a damn good job.
At that. We just talked about going to Mille Lacs or something like that. So hey, but no, I enjoyed it today, guys.
It was fun. Thanks
even though
for
we
having
didn't catch
us.
a lot of fish, it's always fun to come out and hang out with you guys at your place.
Right.
It was great to finally get on the water with you guys and get you out in my element a little bit.
Heck yeah.
So I feel like a little bit of a failure because I didn't I feel
We're
like
kind of on the same playing field now because we haven't got you a deer yet. You haven't got me a fish. So maybe next go around.
Well, let's rephrase that.
It'll all come together.
Let's rephrase that. I put you on 2 fish and you missed twice.
And
y'all
we
put me on 2 deer and I missed twice. So
true that.
So it's
right.
even. It's even. We've got a clean slate. We're gonna go. But listen, hey, if you guys, thank you guys so much for your support first and foremost. But if you guys got any questions or anything, please comment in the section below. Like and subscribe. Go follow Pat and Nicole. What's the Instagram? Driven Hunter?
Yep, you got it.
Driven Hunter on Instagram.
Same thing, Facebook, Driven
Twitter,
Pat and Nicole.
Facebook,
Yep.
all that stuff. Go follow these guys. Watch their show. It's amazing scenery and filmography and videography and editing.
That's a new one.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm just
saying it's ridiculously good. But anyway, guys, once again, I appreciate it very much.
Good to see you.
I appreciate you guys very much.
That's right. Thanks for watching and tuning into my non-fishing skills.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.